See right there?
Yep, there's more stuck up.
It's stuck up like this.
Right now, with what we're seeing, the wood looks similar to what we saw in Shaft 2, but we need to uncover more to figure this out.
At last, the long wait may finally be coming to an end. After more than 2 centuries of digging, theories, and relentless treasure hunts, a real breakthrough could be within reach. And this time, it's not just hopeful speculation. According to reports from the History Channel, genuine progress has been made. No more endless dead ends. What has been uncovered now has the potential to completely reshape everything we thought we knew about Oak Island. So what's really hidden beneath its surface? How was it found? And why does it matter more now than ever before? Let's uncover the truth behind North America's most legendary treasure hunt. Oak Island itself is small, just 140 acres off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada. From the air, it's easy to overlook. Its peanut-shaped outline, thick pine forests, jagged shoreline, and shifting tidal flats give it a quiet, almost ordinary appearance. But despite its modest size, the island has concealed secrets that have fascinated and obsessed treasure hunters for generations. The story began in 1795, when a young man named Daniel McInnes noticed a strange depression in the ground while exploring the island. Intrigued, he and a few friends began to dig. What they uncovered was unlike anything they expected. Layers of logs placed at regular intervals, forming what appeared to be a carefully engineered shaft. As they dug deeper, one thing became clear. Someone had deliberately hidden something here, and they had gone to great lengths to protect it. This mysterious shaft became known as the Money Pit, and for over 200 years, it has drawn dreamers, engineers, and adventurers willing to risk everything for the promise of treasure. Over time, countless expeditions tried and failed. Companies collapsed. Fortunes were lost. And tragically, lives were lost as well. 6 confirmed deaths, with legends warning that a 7th might be required before the island would finally give up its secrets. Each attempt only deepened the mystery. Wooden platforms appeared at strange depths. Underground tunnels flooded excavation sites without warning. Tools vanished. Bizarre stone inscriptions were reported, including one said to read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. But what exactly were they searching for? That depends on who you ask. Some believe it was pirate treasure, perhaps Captain Kidd or Blackbeard. Others suggest French royal jewels smuggled out during the Revolution. More imaginative theories point to hidden Templar vaults, Shakespeare's lost manuscripts, or sacred relics like the Holy Grail, or even the Ark of the Covenant. Oak Island has never lacked imagination. By the 20th century, the search became industrial. Heavy machinery arrived, drills, cranes, and massive excavation equipment. Millions of dollars were spent, enormous craters were carved into the ground, and investigators uncovered even more complex underground features: flood tunnels, engineered traps, and mysterious fragments of metal and timber. In the 1960s, treasure hunter Robert Dunfield dug more than 100 feet deep. While he never found the treasure, he did uncover strong evidence that the Money Pit was no ordinary hole. Later came Dan Blankenship, a war veteran who dedicated decades of his life and his fortune to the island. Despite his persistence, the ultimate prize continued to elude him. Everything changed in 2014 with the premiere of The Curse of Oak Island on the History Channel. What had once been a niche obsession suddenly became a global phenomenon. Millions of viewers followed brothers Rick and Marty Lagina, 2 men from Michigan determined to finally solve the mystery. They assembled a rotating team of historians, engineers, metal detection experts, and drilling specialists. Season after season, the discoveries grew more intriguing. Centuries-old coins, buried wooden structures, crossbow bolts, engraved stones, and even a lead cross believed by some to be linked to the Knights Templar. Just as often, the island seemed to push back with setbacks and false leads. Oak Island became both a physical place and a symbol, a muddy, mosquito-filled landscape of frustration and hope, representing humanity's endless search for meaning. Why do we keep digging? Because the possibility of something extraordinary might be waiting just beneath the surface. And now, according to the latest History Channel reports, that extraordinary discovery may finally be real. This time, the breakthrough didn't come from blind digging and wishful thinking, but from science, technology, and careful planning. Today's search uses advanced equipment, precise surveys, and decades of accumulated data, bringing researchers closer than ever before to unlocking Oak Island's ultimate secret. The 200-year quest may finally be approaching its climax, and the world is watching. This is no longer just a treasure hunt. It's a full-scale scientific expedition. The Lagina brothers didn't bring only determination. They brought expertise. Archaeologists, geophysicists, engineers, drilling specialists, and even forensic anthropologists joined the effort. Over time, the team evolved into a coordinated, multidisciplinary force. Their goal shifted from simply finding gold to uncovering the true history of Oak Island and understanding why its secrets remained hidden for so long. The first major step was ground-penetrating radar, or GPR, a technology that allows researchers to see beneath the surface without digging. It revealed hidden cavities, tunnels, and man-made structures buried deep underground. Alongside GPR, LiDAR technology was used to map the island's surface in incredible detail, detecting subtle changes in elevation caused by centuries of erosion and vegetation growth. Next came sonar and seismic imaging, particularly around the Money Pit and Smith's Cove. What these scans revealed stunned researchers. Massive geometric voids, some nearly 20 feet high, including one almost perfectly symmetrical chamber that suggested the presence of metal. But scans alone weren't enough. To confirm their findings, the team turned to core sampling, drilling deep into the earth to retrieve soil and material for analysis. These samples produced remarkable evidence: fragments of parchment, coconut fiber, bone, and metal. Clear proof that human activity had taken place underground long before modern explorers ever arrived. Carbon dating of wooden beams found deep below the surface placed them in the late 1600s to early 1700s, decades before Daniel McInnes first discovered the Money Pit in 1795. And with that discovery, the mystery of Oak Island may finally be closer to resolution than ever before. All of this strongly pointed to deliberate and highly skilled concealment by people long ago. Further intrigue came from geochemical testing led by experts such as Dr. Ian Spooner. By analyzing soil and water samples taken from multiple boreholes across the island, the team uncovered something remarkable: unusually high concentrations of gold and silver, particularly in an area now known as the Garden Shaft Zone. According to Dr. Spooner, these concentrations were far beyond what could occur naturally. The results strongly indicated that something valuable had been intentionally buried there. When all the evidence was considered together, scanning, drilling, dating, and material sampling, it told a clear story. This was not the result of a natural collapse or geological oddity. The data pointed to man-made tunnels, chambers, wood-lined shafts, possible defensive traps, and traces of precious metals exactly where theorists had suspected for centuries. Of course, the search was never easy. Equipment malfunctions, harsh weather, regulatory challenges, and constant skepticism tested the team at every step. Many still questioned whether the treasure was real or simply a long-standing myth. Then, in late 2024, everything changed. Core samples extracted from an area the team referred to as Chamber X revealed more than trace metals. They contained solid metallic objects. The discovery was handled with extreme caution. Samples were verified, retested, and independently confirmed by outside laboratories before any announcement was made. When the History Channel finally revealed the news, it was official. Oak Island's treasure vault had been found. What lay inside was astonishing. The vault was a sealed, ancient structure, reinforced with both wood and metal. Inside was a collection of gold, silver, and unusual alloys rarely seen, suggesting the items may have had ceremonial or religious significance rather than being simple currency. Historians and archaeologists were stunned. Among the discoveries were coins, chains, and finely crafted gold and silver artifacts. Even more compelling were objects that carried clear cultural and spiritual meaning. A carved cross made from an unfamiliar alloy suggested possible links to medieval Christian groups, perhaps even the Knights Templar. Sealed scrolls and parchment documents written in Latin, Old French, and coded scripts hinted at maps, instructions, and explanations, possibly even detailing how the legendary flood tunnels of the Money Pit were designed to function. Inside Chamber X, the engineering itself was just as impressive. Stone and metal mechanisms resembling locks or defensive devices appeared to explain the sophisticated flooding systems that had defeated treasure hunters for generations. Even more unsettling were human remains carefully placed in wall niches, suggesting ritualistic or protective purposes. Masonic symbols carved throughout the chamber reignited long-standing debates about Oak Island's possible connections to secret societies. Adding another layer of mystery, the team also discovered items that appeared far more modern. Metal tools and fabric fragments inconsistent with the 1700s, suggesting the island may have been used by multiple groups over several centuries. One of the most talked about discoveries was a small, iron-reinforced chest secured with an intricate locking mechanism. Inside were dozens of gold coins stamped with dates and insignias from the early 1600s. After more than 200 years of speculation, failures, and obsession, Oak Island had finally revealed its secrets, and what emerged was far more extraordinary than anyone had imagined. These coins alone could reshape our understanding of early trade routes and European contact with the New World, long before official colonization timelines suggest. Marty Lagina, who led the treasure hunt on the Curse of Oak Island, described opening the vault as a moment of complete disbelief, awe, and overwhelming excitement. His brother Marty added, "We've dreamed about this for years, but seeing it with our own eyes, it was beyond anything we ever imagined." Dr. Ian Spooner echoed that sentiment in an exclusive interview, saying, "The complexity and craftsmanship here are incredible. Whoever built this was highly skilled. This wasn't meant to be found easily. It was designed to last and to be discovered only by those capable of understanding it." Engineering expert Craig Tester also weighed in, noting that the discovery challenges long-held assumptions about early North American history. The technology, the artistry, and the historical implications are all astonishing. Since the announcement, teams of historians, archaeologists, and conservation specialists have been working non-stop to document and preserve every artifact. After centuries submerged in water and mud, many of the items are extremely fragile and require careful, specialized preservation. Despite the discoveries, the true origin and purpose of the treasure remain uncertain. Was it pirate wealth hidden for safekeeping? Sacred relics secretly transported across the Atlantic? Or the guarded property of a powerful, secretive brotherhood? Only time and the careful decoding of the recovered scrolls will provide answers. What is certain is that Oak Island has finally crossed the line from legend into reality, capturing global attention like never before. But how did a reality television show become the platform for such a historic discovery? And what role did the History Channel play in transforming a centuries-old mystery into a modern scientific expedition? Before The Curse of Oak Island premiered in 2014, the hunt for Oak Island's treasure was largely a niche fascination shared by dedicated researchers, treasure hunters, and local historians. There were books, documentaries, and endless rumors, but little mainstream interest. The show changed everything. Suddenly, millions of viewers around the world were drawn into the mystery. Rick and Marty Lagina weren't professional archaeologists or scientists. They were two brothers from Michigan with a passion for history and a long-standing personal interest in the island. Their enthusiasm made compelling television, but the real turning point was the team they assembled. Geologists, engineers, historians, and scientists armed with cutting-edge technology and expertise. The History Channel didn't just tell the story, it funded it. Large-scale excavations, advanced scientific testing, and high-tech exploration require enormous resources, heavy machinery, and specialized professionals. Without the network's backing, many of these breakthroughs may never have occurred. Still, blending entertainment with serious science wasn't always easy. The show had to balance suspense and storytelling with the slow, methodical pace of real research. Critics argued that some discoveries were dramatized or that setbacks were glossed over. Behind the scenes, experts sometimes felt pressure to create moments suitable for television, pressure that could conflict with careful archaeological practices. Yet, despite those challenges, the result was undeniable. Oak Island's mystery had finally begun to give up its secrets, and the world was watching. Treasure hunting is rarely glamorous. It's defined by mud, failed excavations, broken equipment, and long periods where nothing seems to happen at all. Yet despite these realities, the Curse of Oak Island managed to build a massive global following. Viewers around the world debated theories, shared discoveries, and even traveled to Nova Scotia to experience the island firsthand. Tourism surged, breathing new life into the local economy and transforming what was once a quiet area into a thriving destination. When the History Channel officially confirmed the treasure discovery in 2025, it did so with unprecedented transparency for reality television. Exclusive footage, expert commentary, and independent laboratory verification were all presented, lending a level of credibility rarely seen in the genre. Through close collaboration with scientists and historians, the network helped turn what could have been sensational entertainment into a legitimate historical milestone. Ratings soared, and the History Channel solidified its reputation as a leader in investigative history programming. The discovery also sparked broader discussions about the responsibility of media when reporting historical finds and the importance of maintaining scientific integrity within entertainment. In many ways, the network didn't simply cover the Oak Island treasure hunt, it enabled it. Without years of consistent funding, programming, and logistical support, the advanced technology and expert collaboration required to finally solve the mystery might never have come together. The coins alone could force historians to rethink early European contact with the New World. Long before official colonization, trade networks may have been far more advanced and interconnected than previously believed. Marty Lagina, who led the treasure hunt on the Curse of Oak Island, described opening the vault as a moment filled with disbelief, awe, and overwhelming emotion. His brother Marty echoed that sentiment, saying, "We've imagined this moment for years, but seeing it in person was beyond anything we ever dreamed." Dr. Ian Spooner, the geochemist responsible for analyzing the core samples, noted, "The complexity and craftsmanship here are extraordinary. Whoever built this was highly skilled. Every detail was designed to last and to be discovered only by those capable of understanding it." Engineering expert Craig Tester added that the find challenges long-held assumptions about early North American history. The sophistication of the site, the technological foresight, and the cultural connections are truly remarkable. Since the announcement, teams of historians, archaeologists, and conservation specialists have been working around the clock to carefully document and preserve each artifact. Having been submerged in water and mud for centuries, many of the items are extremely fragile and require painstaking restoration. The true origin and purpose of the treasure remain unknown. Were these pirate riches hidden for protection? Sacred relics secretly carried across the Atlantic? Or the guarded property of a powerful, secretive brotherhood? Only time and careful analysis of the recovered scrolls will reveal the answers. What is undeniable is that Oak Island has crossed the line from legend into reality, capturing global attention like never before. So how did a reality television series become the platform for such a groundbreaking discovery? And what role did the History Channel play in transforming a centuries-old mystery into a scientific and cultural phenomenon? Before The Curse of Oak Island premiered in 2014, the treasure hunt was largely a niche interest discussed by a small community of treasure hunters, historians, and local residents. Books, documentaries, and rumors existed, but the mystery lacked worldwide attention. The show changed that. Suddenly, millions of viewers followed every step of the Lagina brothers' journey. Rick and Marty Lagina were not trained archaeologists. They were two brothers from Michigan, driven by a love of history and a family connection to Oak Island. Their passion was contagious. But the true breakthrough came from the multidisciplinary team they assembled: geologists, engineers, historians, scientists, and drilling specialists who applied modern technology and rigorous scientific methods to the search. The History Channel contributed far more than cameras and airtime. It provided the funding and logistical backing needed to carry out large-scale excavations and advanced scientific testing. Heavy machinery, drilling operations, and specialized experts require enormous resources, and without the network's investment, many of the discoveries leading to Chamber X might never have occurred. Balancing entertainment with scientific accuracy wasn't always easy. The series had to keep viewers engaged while staying true to the slow, methodical nature of real research. Critics argued that some moments were dramatized or that failed attempts received less attention. Behind the scenes, experts sometimes felt pressure to create compelling television, which could conflict with strict archaeological standards. Still, the impact of the show was undeniable. Despite the challenges, The Curse of Oak Island created a global community united by curiosity and fascination. Fans debated theories online, exchanged ideas, and traveled to Nova Scotia in record numbers. Tourism boomed, reshaping the local economy and turning a once quiet region into a lively destination. When the History Channel confirmed the discovery in 2025, it did so with careful documentation, expert verification, and scientific transparency. By working closely with historians, geologists, and conservation specialists, the network ensured the announcement was taken seriously. What could have been dismissed as entertainment became a genuine historical breakthrough. Viewership soared, and the channel further established itself as a trusted source for investigative history. The discovery also raised important questions about the role of media in presenting historical discoveries. How can storytelling and scientific integrity coexist? How should world-changing finds be shared with the public? In the end, the History Channel did more than tell the story. It helped make it possible. Without its long-term commitment, the tools, expertise, and collaboration needed to unlock Oak Island's mystery might never have aligned. And beyond the gold and silver, the true significance of the treasure lies in what it represents. These artifacts challenge our understanding of early explorers, secret societies, and the very foundations of North American history. The discoveries point to advanced engineering, deliberate concealment, and cross-cultural connections that may date back centuries before European colonization. Religious and ceremonial artifacts suggest powerful symbolic meaning, while the scrolls and coded manuscripts could contain instructions, maps, or knowledge long lost to history. Oak Island has moved beyond legend into physical reality, and its story is only just beginning. With every new analysis and every carefully preserved artifact, we come closer to understanding who built the money pit, why its intricate flood tunnels were designed, and which civilizations or secretive groups left their mark on the island so long ago. This is more than a treasure. It's a gateway into the past. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity, secrecy, and ambition, and a mystery that will continue to captivate generations to come. Now we'd love to hear from you. What do you believe the treasures of Oak Island truly represent? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through history, please subscribe to the Timefold channel. And don't forget to like the video.